Soraya, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, Marianne.
Oh my goodness!
How are you?
I'm good! Oh, yay!
Good. My camera's not working, so...
Your what's not working?
My camera, it's being picky again, so...
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I know it's your voice. I'll vouch.
Soraya is, like, on, but not... Like, I can't hear her.
Oh, how weird. Does she know that?
I don't know. I don't know if she's actually, like, on it. But her picture is there. Do you see it?
I see her picture, and I see me, which I'm like, ooh, my hair looks bad. And then I don't see anything for you.
Okay.
I'm going to say, are you on the Hangout?
Okay.
It's making some weird noise, too.
Is it?
Like, can you hear me on these?
Yeah. Yes,
Can you hear me on these or no?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
He's not. Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. This didn't work. Could you hear me when I said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could.
But I couldn't hear her. I'm trying to put some headphones on because my boys just got home from basketball and it's going to get ugly. Hold on real quick.
Okay.
Darcy, testing. Can you hear her?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can't hear her at all.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So let's see here. I just sent her, are you on the Hangout? I'm going to hit send. I wonder if that's mine. Let me just move this real quick. No, I guess it wouldn't be mine. She said trying to get on Hangout, not sure why it's not working. Oh, and now I show a picture of Lizzie, but I don't hear her.
I don't either.
Oh, there I see
There's
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, and then Soraya says, if we can't hear her, then just type back. But we can't hear her at all, so we don't know what she's saying.
Okay.
I wonder if she has, like, headphones with the speakers like you had. Okay, to the left, there's, like, a chat bar that we can open for her to communicate, I guess.
Does anybody else hear that weird, like it's like a woodpecker?
Yeah, no, I just started hearing
It won't go away.
Is it loud? Because it's kind of quiet on my end.
I mean, it's not super loud, but it's weird. It sounds like...
But it's there.
It's weird. It's okay. Hey, I can ignore it just to get this thing done,
Perfect.
Yeah.
so that we don't like mess up the one thing we got going now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dare stop it.
I
Well,
wouldn't.
should we just get rolling and get this thing going?
Yeah, I say let's do it.
All right. Well, do you guys want me to be the lady, or is that you, Jesse? I don't know. Who does it?
No, somebody else can be the leader.
Okay. Lizzie, do you want to be the leader? I don't want to be. You want to be the leader, Lizzie? Go ahead and type responses. Oh, that was you.
Sure.
So that's for Soraya.
All right, Lizzie, it's all you, girl.
Is there a paper or something on iLearn that
Yes.
Yeah.
says what we're... Sorry, let me jump on there really fast.
Okay. Well, I have it pulled up if you guys just want me to do it.
I was gonna say I've got it right here too. I typed it up. I mean, I didn't type it up. I printed it up.
No, that's not. Yeah, I thought about that.
So it says, briefly describe your physical or cognitive domain intervention assignment from lessons 10 and 11. If your partner from that assignment is present, you can do this together. So who were you guys partners with?
Lizzie and I were in a partner with someone else who's not in this group. So.
Oh, okay. Well, and
Yeah.
Soraya and I were partners.
Carol?
Okay.
Why don't you and Lizzie go?
Okay. Cool. So we did ours on the the fundamental movement patterns, because that was like a physical thing that kids have to learn in order to be able to progress in like sports and stuff like that. And like they have to learn them like progressively, and they have to, and if we gave examples like if they never learn to run or if they don't like it, then they'll never do these sports, and if they don't catch, then they'll never do these sports. But yeah, we just talked about like the fundamental movement patterns that kids learn in like elementary school PE classes, and then incorporated.
Lizzie, you want to add?
I did the part on... What was his name?
Just like the burger. And
Oh, Brofen.
Yeah.
Burger. Yeah, I was like the burger something.
Bro...
Hmm.
Broken...
I don't have his name here.
Yeah, no, it was Brofenberger.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's
So-
frozen.
on Broken
Yeah, there we go.
in our pamphlet. Or I think like I think she typed it weird.
I can't even hear.
We did like the ecological system with the Brofenberger, and we did a brochure that like teachers could use and implement in their PE lessons and stuff. So we basically said like why it was important.
All right. Soraya, you wanna take on ours first, and then I'll finish it up. Sure. Actually, what? Well, I feel bad. There you go. We made a Facebook page.
Can you guys see?
Yeah, Lizzie.
Okay, it keeps like stopping and like freezing. But I thought. Do you want me to talk about section?
We're okay, Lizzie.
This is so bad.
I know.
Just take
Lizzie, you're all good, girl. You guys did yours. Soraya's now working on ours.
Okay.
Soraya, you all done? Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, so, yeah, we just did a Facebook page. There she goes, yes. we did our Facebook page, and it's called Protecting the Physical Domain, Children Ages 6 to 11, just like what she said. And we did a lot of different stuff on bullying. And we also took it a little step farther. We kind of did it just like in all aspects of protecting kids. We did immunizations. We did bullying. We did getting enough sleep. We did all the different areas that would protect a child in those areas. There was some staggering facts. I don't know how much we're supposed to get into it about bullying and 1 in 7 students in grades K through 12 is bullied or is a bully or is a victim of bullying. And so we kind of learned a lot of different facts about it, and 56% of people have witnessed bullying. So we kind of just did the whole thing of protecting a child in that and what you would do. We also covered sexual abuse, hygiene, all those things. So that was kind of ours. It's a Facebook page. Check it out.
Will do.
Cool.
Okay, so we covered that. Now we're supposed to move on to describe the social emotional domain intervention that you researched this week. State whether you've actually implemented the intervention personally to address the identified problem. If so, discuss how effective the intervention was. If not, discuss research or other evidence assessing the effectiveness of the intervention. I'm just going to go down the rows. Jesse, you're the first little picture on my thing. So, Jesse, you ready?
Yeah.
All
So
right.
this is what we decided that we ourselves would pick and talk about, right?
Yes, so this is
Okay.
your own personal topic.
Okay, cool. So I chose attachment theory, basically, because I was just trying to find a risk that would affect later on in life a child. And I found some good works, actually, and some of it was from our previous reading in, like, Lesson 5. One site I said, poor connection or attachment to primary caregiver early in life. The relationship between a baby and their primary caretaker influences the child's perception of themselves, how they feel about their body, how they focus attention, learn, act, behave, think, and interact with the world. It also affects the degree of safety and security they experience in the presence of others. So that's basically like what our reading from Lesson 5 had stated, from the parent-child relationship. Found in the Gale Encyclopedia of Children's Health. And it also talks about how, like, parenting styles can affect a child and how authoritative parents have the best attachment with their children because they're, like, leading their children with love, and they're trying to basically get them to be, like, good, upstanding members of society when they're older. And from another one that I found, so I was trying to figure out, I was like, well, how can you tell, like, when this is going wrong with your, like, basically the attachment an infant has with their parent, their caregiver. And one site said that if a baby has, I forget what it was called, I should have wrote that down, but it was if they are not calmed by being held by their primary caregiver, basically, then, like, that's when you should see a doctor and, like, talk with them about it. And then it also talked about, on another link from healthofchildren.com, it said insecure attachment develops when the primary caregiver does not consistently respond in ways that are warm, affectionate, loving, dependable, and sensitive to the infant's needs. So basically, attachment theory, like, starts from the very beginning, and it starts because infants need someone to take care of them, but then it's developed because they recognize, like, the closeness of it, like being fed and held and cuddled and stuff like that. So, but it said that, like, if they don't have a good attachment with their parents, then it really will affect their social skills and ability to, like, bond with other people when they get older. So, yeah, that was really interesting.
Good. Anything else? You good?
I'm good.
You're good. All right. Lizzie, you're up.
Okay.
Can you hear? Okay.
I can't hear you, Lizzie.
Can't either.
Oh my gosh, that pounding is gonna make me go nuts. Lizzie, I can't hear you at all.
Can you not hear
tell
me?
her.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, I heard
Wait,
all.
now I can. Yeah, I can hear that. Maybe she should type some of hers.
You want to type some of yours, Lizzie? Because it's we can't hear you at all.
Okay. Okay.
Jesse,
Yeah.
how cold is it there?
Oh my gosh, it's actually not cold at all. Like I didn't have to wear a jacket today, and I
Really?
wore shorts. Yeah, it was in the 50s.
Yeah, but doesn't it do that right before it like dumps snow?
I hope not, because I'm flying home soon in a tiny little plane. But it's been really warm for like 2 weeks now.
Oh, really?
Hmm. Yeah.
We're supposed to get some good rain tomorrow.
Oh really? You're in California, right?
Yeah, just northern San Diego.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that by like Folsom or no?
No,
Okay.
we're literally pretty much San Diego.
Oh, okay. San Diego. Okay, I know where that's at. I'm just kidding.
Down by Mexico.
Yep. I was thinking when you said north of, I thought you were talking about like northern instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
just north of San Diego. Yeah. That's
No.
nice though.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, but we're so desperate for weather. We're like, oh, it's gonna rain. Ooh, get weather.
We gotta change.
So sad.
Nice. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Lizzie's typing.
I think she got disconnected and then she joined it again. That's what it looks like.
Okay, I'm just gonna do mine so we don't waste any. Oh wait, no, sorry, Soraya, you're up.
Perfect.
Is Soraya there?
Um,
Okay, I'll start typing.
oh, okay. Perfect.
Is it back?
Yeah.
I heard, is it back?
Yeah.
Now I can
Can you
hear
guys
you.
hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. It like kicked me off. And
Okay,
then I had to like jump back on. I'm so sorry.
that's great. Okay, Soraya's. We're gonna have Soraya go. She typed that already.
Okay. Okay.
How bad that I don't have much. Okay, Lizzie, you're up. Oh. No, don't worry.
That I
missed it.
found.
I didn't know you were done.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry. Lizzie, you're good.
Oh. Okay. Was keeping in the school setting for a lot of and
We can't hear you. It's like cutting in and out.
for
There. Oh my goodness, this is like crazy.
I know.
Are you still going, Lizzie?
She should type.
Okay. I don't want to be rude. Should I just do mine? Are you there, Lizzie?
But I don't think she is there. Like, we can't hear her.
I can't hear her. Okay. If she chimes in, I'll be quiet. I'll stop mine, but I don't want to sit here and waste time, so we're on this till 11 o'clock at night. I did self-esteem, and I'm also taking a Child Development 320 class too, where I've been working on self-esteem in kids, and how important it is for kids to have self-esteem, and the effects of low self-esteem. And what kind of spurred this on is my son has a friend that shows low self-esteem, and it kind of bad because I sit there and think, gosh, you're so young. Why? You're old. So I did a little bit of research on it, and one article that I found said that people with low self-esteem are more troubled by failure and tend to exaggerate events as being negative or critical. And I've actually witnessed this behavior, which I was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this. So it was kind of interesting, and I went on and read a section that said low self-esteem in children. And it said it should be noted that on average, self-esteem during childhood is found to be relatively high. And it says low self-esteem in children tends to be related to physical punishment and withholding of love and affection by parents. Basically, that a child is of value when they act a certain way. And the low self-esteem, these children showed signs of quitting and eating or avoiding, and they would behave that way regularly. And so with my son's friend, and I think it says how effective our intervention was, I actually tried a little intervention with my son's friend.
Cool.
And I told him, I said, listen, I know he's struggling because he kept saying, I'm no good, I'm bad, and I'm bad at it, I'm just the worst. So I told my son, just try saying positive every time he says that and just kind of shut it down right away.
Yeah.
And I've noticed over the last week and a half, I haven't heard that much out of him again. And I don't know, it could be a fluke, but hey, I was happy to at least when he came over, because we started inviting him over a whole lot more, that he wouldn't say anything. And another article that I found talked about self-esteem and how basically sometimes a kid will have low self-esteem if his mother or father doesn't encourage him, or if there's a lot of yelling at home. A kid's self-esteem can be hurt in the classroom and other areas, and it it just so happens this little boy, his parent, his dad's a veteran, a war veteran, and he's struggling with PTSD. Yeah, I had to make sure I said the initials right.
Wow.
Which is post-traumatic stress disorder, and I know that he's battling with that. So, we never know what's going on in these kids' homes as to why they act and say things they do. Sometimes it's all they know. So, as far as how effective our intervention was, I don't know that we really know, but I know that it was worth a shot, and it's also a good lesson for my son to also learn of what his father's going through and maybe how the home environment is to help him to understand why he's saying these things and acting the way he is. So that was what I chose to do, which was self-esteem.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you get to use your intervention too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it was worth just throwing it out there, and I'm not going to say it was like some miracle thing or anything like that, but it definitely was a good learning lesson for my son.
Yeah.
And also the fact that he can try to build him up every time he tries to put himself down.
Yeah.
So, all right, Lizzie, are you back?
Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you right now.
Go for it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go quick before I get cut off again.
Okay.
But I did emotional disturbance, and I looked for interventions kind of like for teachers in the classroom and things like that. And I found a lot talked about providing structure for the student in the classroom, and that different ways we can do that is being aware of how the student communicates and kind of what they're going through, I guess. And it talked a lot about knowing like their socialization skills and catering to those almost. Like if you're pairing them in groups, know who you're pairing the student with, and it'll be someone that'll help them kind of more than hinder, I guess. And being kind of like there for the student, because the student will rely on the teacher a lot more than they will on like their peers. So being there and kind of being that constant person while they're at school to kind of, so they just have someone like to go to almost. So yeah, I don't know what else
That was good.
it really is, but it was really, I didn't really do any intervention. I didn't really couldn't find anyone with emotional disturbance. So.
That's right. That's all right.
But I just thought it was really cool. It just kind of talked a lot. The article I read about, like being aware of the student's needs and just being there for the student and doing all that you can or that you have power to help them. So I just thought it was
That was good. That sounds great. Okay, did we get everybody on that one?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Share highlights from the domain interviews you conducted with caregivers during lesson 10. So, do you want to start?
I can.
If not, we
This
can go
is-
backwards.
Yeah, let's go backwards.
Okay.
I'll need a refresh on that.
Who wants to start? We can just throw it out there. I can start.
okay.
Oh, there we go. Soraya's starting.
Okay.
You're on, Soraya. We'll give you a second to type, though. Just give me a... Oh. No, it says that covered all the different domains, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
You still have more that you're doing? Ryan, are you still typing? You must be still typing.
Probably.
Probably so frustrating trying to be in a conversation and have to type everything.
Right? You'll always be behind on it.
It's okay, someone else can talk. Too funny. Okay. You want to go, Lizzie?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you still hear me? Are we still okay?
Yeah, that's why we want to get you. I can still
Okay,
see.
good. I know. Perfect. So I talked to my mom and my sister when I was home for Thanksgiving to do my interview, and one thing my mom stressed, kind of, about stimulation and how she thinks that's like one of the most important things we can offer to a child. Obviously relate them, but just to have that stimulation for him. And then it was really interesting when we talked about the physical domain with her, because me and my brother both have ADHD. He is more severe than I am, and so it was kind of interesting to compare and contrast, I guess, the interventions that he had as opposed to what I've had. Like in school, it was hard for me to sit still for, an hour long, so I would have to, if the teacher, they would, sit me in the back so I could stand up if I needed to, or I could, just kind of move without distracting the class. And then kind of seeing him as he's been, prescribed some things that'll, help him calm down. So it's just been really interesting to kind of difference between us and the
Perfect timing.
it was really cool. I don't know.
We still got you?
Nice.
Thought we had lost you. You froze for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me again?
Yes.
There you are.
Okay. So yeah, it was just kind of cool to see that and kind of talk to her about her experiences of us growing up and the things that they've done. They've worked with our teachers, in the schools together, which I think is a really important thing. I kind of wrote that on my little chart thing that we did, but I think teachers, it's really important for the teachers and the parents to work together to help both decide what interventions will work best for them and what they can be doing at home that will help them in school and what they can be doing in school that will help them over.
That sounds good.
Awesome.
Fabulous, fabulous. And that's great that your parents were so involved. That's the best thing.
Yeah, it really is, because if the parents aren't involved, it's almost useless. Teachers can do so much, but if they're not getting the help at home too,
It's true.
not really going to do anything.
It's true. It's so true. All right, I'm going to go on with mine real quick.
Awesome.
I'm going to just take just two little aspects out of, I did a child care worker that works at a daycare facility. And I'm just going to take two out of each little section and talk about them real quick. some of the kids would come to school wearing the same clothes, like day in and day out. Even at the elementary school that I work in, we have a little autistic boy, and his mom was kind of going through some weird stuff, and he wore the same shirt and shorts to school almost every day the whole week. And it was really sad, and ultimately the parents were responsible for that. But also, this is where, teachers and daycare workers would come into making sure that that child is properly cared for. Because most children, they'll either get bathed, and the parent will guarantee that they are put in clean clothes each day. So we noticed that one. Also, nutrition was one where we noticed even in the young ages, I did ages 2 through 5, where we were noticing like healthy habits. As far as some kids would come with stacks of Oreos and hot Cheetos and all this stuff, and you're like, whoa, you're too young for this stuff. Who's packing these lunches? Well, moms and dads are buying this food, and they're the ones that can help protect them and keep them healthy food. That was in the physical. In the socially emotional, sharing was a big one for daycare facilities. Some of these kids came in and they were the only child, and sharing was not something they were accustomed to. So through the daycare, they could provide activities that the children could learn how to share, and they can also just learn those skills that they don't have. Single children don't have it, and also ones that are just given everything. Those kids just don't know how to share either.
Yeah.
So they did that in the preschool, but parents hopefully are teaching them. But sometimes they just don't have, if they're an only child, they don't have anybody to teach them with. That's where child care teachers come into play. The other one is self-esteem. Positive peer influence can help a child feel good about themselves. But with this age group, ages 2 to 5, most kids aren't struggling too much with it at that young of ages. I thought this was a kind of funny little quote. Babies don't see themselves in a good or bad way. They don't think, I'm great, when they let out a big burp, or worry, oh no, this diaper makes my legs look weird. And I just thought that's funny because, it's just one of those things, at that young of an age, most children have a good self-esteem. But teachers can create social stories about positive peer influence. They can encourage peers to know each other. When they're with parents and around other children, they can encourage their children to make a new friend and meet friends. And they can also, parents can step in negative behavior happening, or you're not going to get too much bullying ages 2 to 5, but negative behavior can get into the bud. And then cognitive, it did problem solving. A lot of special needs children need a lot of direction. At that young of an age, a lot of it is just like I've got a problem, what do? I don't cry about it. I figure it out. I ask questions. I can ask for help. Teachers can present situations, and they can brainstorm solutions or suggestions. Reading stories and modeling behaviors are great examples of how the process of problem solving works. And as far as cognitive, my second one, I think I'll do educational support from home. I think that's a huge one. Working in the school, I work with the special ed kids, and you can tell which kid gets support from home and which kid doesn't. And it comes across all the boards on which ones get the support, because they get the support, have the confidence, they're prepared each day. And that's just personal where I've seen it. In ages 2 to 5, I think a lot of it would just be teaching them the basics. Not like when they're in elementary school. So for cognitive, my second one was the support from home. And a lot of that would just be the parents teaching the basics, reading to them at night so that they have a love for books.
Yeah.
And that's that one.
That's awesome. That's really good stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. So we've done 3 bullet points, ladies.
Woo!
Okay, so now it says, then taking all of the shared information into consideration, spend about 15 to 20 minutes on the following. The first bullet point is attempt to identify common elements of effective interventions targeted to different problems in different domains. I think just briefly we talked about parent support as far as intervention. What else? Did we want to throw another one out?
I think along with like the family involvement, we talked a lot about like the educational supports that kids can have, like from their teachers or their school as a whole, like maybe like the paraeducators or people who could sit down and help with speech, just like whatever the school is offering to help. That's something we talked about.
And also child care workers.
Yeah.
Could be extended family too. If you have family members babysitting.
I think a theme throughout what we discussed also would be like a loving environment. Like even with Lizzie's interview when she talked about how her parents were really involved, I think that we see it to be most effective when the family is closely involved. So.
Yeah, I agree. Lizzie, do you want to say anything?
I think also if, like in situations when the family isn't involved, it becomes important for people who are close to the family, whether that's like extended family or friends or people like that, to kind of, voice their opinions or kind of take on that role of trying to find like the help for the child if they're not getting it from their parents.
Yeah, I agree. And did we lose Soraya?
I think so.
We don't show her on my
She's not on there anymore.
little thing anymore. Okay. So I think we identified common elements of effective intervention. Conclude by sharing your best general insight or suggestion about effectively intervening to foster optimum development. I'll just start this one off with my little story about our little neighbor boy.
Yeah.
Basically, I think it's seeing that there's a problem, and if you're in any situation or any what's the word I'm trying to say? Any position. That's it. Any position to offer any help and trying to help that child with whatever struggle they're having. I think that's the best way to like with this little boy, to foster optimum development. He's going to need to have self-esteem.
Yeah.
And to be able to deal with different situations without putting himself down and realize that he's okay. Otherwise, anytime something goes wrong, he's going to fall apart. So I think my best insight is being aware of the needs of children around you, and then checking your resources and everything that you have to be able to deal with it and address whatever you can. That's mine.
That was good. I really like that, the checking your resources and being aware and just like you can't ignore it. Which kind of like made me think of like how much children actually do need an advocate. Like you were talking about, like they can't really change their situation without the help of an an adult, honestly. You know, that's what we've kind of been learning this past few weeks is who's most responsible. It's those who recognize it and have the sources to help, and basically those, I think kids need an advocate who loves them and who wants the best for them, and who isn't going to go about it in the wrong way, but use their resources to do it in the right way. That was something that like really impressed me these past few weeks, especially when we were doing our readings and research and stuff. So
I agree.
I know we kind of talked about it already, but I just think parent involvement is the biggest thing that we can do. And as teachers, if parents like are involved, to try our best to get them involved with it and with their education. And I think parent involvement is the biggest thing that's going to help.
I agree. I think that's yeah. And we need to recognize that as child care, people are people that want to work with children, and we can't change their home life.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just teaching them coping skills of how to handle the situation that they're in, know it's not their fault, and know that they can overcome those trials and still be awesome.
that's right.
Okay, in the final 2 minutes of the recording, have a group member summarize the highlights from your group's conversation. Include what has been learned and the conclusions drawn. And the summary will help your instructor to evaluate your discussion.
Okay. I honestly took notes, so I can do this.
Oh, Jessica.
I was like, if she's gonna lead, I'll do this, and then I figured Soraya couldn't because she's typing and Lizzie kept cutting out, so I was like, just in case.
Oh, you're awesome.
Okay, so the things that
You're awesome.
This is our summary, Sister Heffiger. Okay, so we talked about, in the beginning, we talked about our projects that we had worked on and the connection that they had to the physical domain, and Brophenberger's theory and the ecological theory that goes along with all of that. And then we went into our own personal topics that we brought to the table tonight, and that was things like attachment theory and bonds that were made in the early stages of life, and we also talked about emotional disturbances and how there needs to be structure there, and then we talked about self-esteem and how to help those kids. Being positive is something that can really affect them. Then we talked about our Lesson 10 interviews that we did a couple weeks ago, and how basically through all of our interviews, themes were like positivity from instructors towards children or caregivers towards children. Love and problem solving was very predominant in these people's careers with children, or if they're parents even. And the educational support and family involvement was decent in, I think, each of our interviews. And then like common elements throughout this discussion were parent involvement, school involvement, family, love, extended family or friends, also being advocates for children. The children need an advocate, and if we are able to help, that we need to help, and we need to do so with in the right way. And then we wrapped up with our main points and our biggest ideas that we had come away with this, and that was if we see a problem and we're in a position to help, then we should, and we need to be aware of basically what we need to be looking for. We need to be aware of the risks. And we need to check our resources before we act and as we're acting. And then we talked about how children need someone who loves them and will act out of that love in the right way to help the child. With their whatever situation they find themselves in. And we need to increase parent involvement in all aspects. And the main thing that I thought was really cool that Marianne ended with was we can't change their home life, but we need to teach them coping methods, and that they haven't done anything wrong. It's that they can still change their futures, basically, and they can have a positive outlook. So that's our summary.
Well, I think you just rocked that. Good job.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Good job, Lizzie. And that was the summary will help our instructor to evaluate your discussion. You just got it all.
I know. I'm like, I think this effectively wrapped up what everyone talked about. So
Good. You rocked it, girl.
thanks.
No, it was good. It was good. Successful. We lost Soraya, but we got some typing from her.
Yeah, we did. Okay.
All right,
Well,
guys.
you guys have a good night.
Thanks so much. You guys take care. Have a good
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Good luck during finals.
Thank you.
You too.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.